having a computer.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Dream Manifested. I know it's been a long time since you've seen this face, and I do apologize, but I'm finally here with the second official interview, and this has been a long time coming. So we're here today with my boy Infamous Reptar.
Yo.
You know, if you listen to any of the music that goes on in any of my videos, he's the one that creates all of that. That's him over there. That's him. But yeah, we about to get into this studio. We about to set it on down and get you some sounds. Peace. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Dream Manifested, joined today by my brother Infamous Reptar. This has been a long time coming. We've been trying to get this together for quite some time.
Yeah, man.
I ain't gonna blame nobody, but you know, it just took a lot, you know, schedule and things of the like. It just took time to get it right. I was rhyming a little bit. That was kind of tight.
No, man.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what he says now. More to come later. Anyway, so we're here today. Of course, the purpose of these interviews is to highlight people, of course, that I know personally, and to highlight the fact that they found what it is they're starting to carve their lane, and what their true passions are, and what they ultimately are a nerd about. So the first question I have for you is simply, how did you get into music?
I got into music. My mom put me in piano. Remember Miss, what was her name? Miss Bowes, I think. Something like that. Miss Bowman, something. I had a piano teacher back in the day, back in middle school. Then I played in the band too at the same time. So I had to play 2 instruments at one time.
Back in Flat Rock?
Yeah, man, yeah.
You was in a band? You were in a band with me?
I was in the band, man. I got out of there.
I
was in the band.
You couldn't do it. What was her name?
Man, no, I was a
Miss,
percussionist. No, I think I was in there before when we had the man dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
so
was
that was
the new lady.
There.
Yeah. When you came in with the lady, that was when I was a percussionist, man. I played a lot of instruments. I played the saxophone. Then I got in a skating accident and effed my teeth up, and I couldn't do it. They say you can't blow into the thing. And I was like, all right, let me go play the drums. Play the drums a little bit. Well, you can't really play the drums when in percussion class in the band. They made you play the snare drum, so it wasn't the same. So I picked up on the xylophone, and that shit was fire.
Okay, nice. So, you know, the funny thing is that the band teacher I had when I was slanging shoes at Dillard, she actually came through one time. I was like, Miss Baker, that's her name.
I was
like
the asshole, but I don't know. I didn't have her.
Anyway,
we was kind of young, you know. They used to treat us in kind of way back in the day.
This is 8th grade. So I've actually known Jordan since 2001 when I first moved to Georgia. This was my first neighbor.
Yeah, I remember that. Should I tell them the story?
You can tell them the story if you want to. Go ahead.
But Jamel came up. His mama stayed in the car and sent him up to the door. We all answered the door, and he came up. He was like, "Hey, I'm Jamel. I'm new from Texas. Will y'all be my friend?"
And here we are 17 years later. Here we are 17 years later trying to put in this work.
Yeah.
So band and starting your mom. I didn't even realize you played piano back in the day. I mean, recently hearing some music, I was like, oh, that's you on the keys. But even progressing forward, I guess at what point was it that you decided that, you just was in love, you were in love with making music and making the beats and putting all those sounds and things together?
Man, shoot, I really didn't start making beats until like 19 years old. When you get out of high school, and I kind of went to college and I flopped on that. I guess I wasn't really ready. So, now we just stay at the house and we ain't got no job. I picked up, I got a computer and I just got a beat making machine, and everybody around me, the whole crew from Fayetteville 314, throw it up. Yeah, we used to all get together and, started making beats and everything, and, just really kind of went from there. It was a whole starting process.
Now, initially, from the first time you made a beat,
that shit sucked.
And it might have, but that's not even the question. So, from the first time you made a beat, were you kind of just playing around, or were you the first time you made a beat? Was it I'm making a beat? It just sucks because it's my first time, but I know I want to make beats. Or were you kind of just let me try it out?
Yeah, I was just really learning the program. I had a couple like old beat machines, but I really didn't stick to those. I went on and started using Fruity Loops. This was before like Ninth Wonder came out, and like everybody was dogging Fruity Loops, and I was like, man, let me just learn it. And then I stayed up all night, 3-4 days at the time, learning Fruity Loops, and it just that was before I started sampling and everything too. Them beats suck. I have a couple of them.
I might not have heard these because all the ones I've heard, I've been telling him for the past almost a decade, your music is fire, and every time he puts out something, it's always better. So we're gonna touch on this. We're gonna go down the nerd side in a minute, my realm. But the first thing, in terms of making beats, do you have inspirations, of course, of producers?
Man, producer inspiration? Yeah, man. Shoot, shout out to J Dilla, R.I.P. and Madlib, man. Those are my like two biggest influences, to be honest. Madlib, man, it was like a phase of my life where it's just like I ate, sleep, shit, Madlib and J Dilla. That's it. Like that's all I listened to, and I don't know. Just after that, then I learned how to like try to sample like them and learn their techniques and stuff. After I figured out the damn program, because Fruity Loops took me a little while to figure out. But yeah, you do it on the, I got good on the with Fruity Loops, and then, I reverted back to like learning the techniques, watching a lot of YouTube and stuff, and learning the techniques with people redoing their techniques and everything on the beat machines and stuff, and then just kept going at it, figuring out like, their mindset and their concepts on where they was coming from when they did everything.
And that's great, and it's a really good point that you persisted and said, I kept working at it, and you made sure to make the most of the blueprint that was kind of already laid in terms of being able to see what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah.
So that's something to all of you, especially I know that my messages personally are kind of geared toward the younger audience, they're middle school to high school, that's when we're most impressionable. So if you find something that you love early and you have people, at this stage in the game in 2018, because of YouTube, you don't even necessarily have to personally know somebody to quote unquote mentor. There's somebody putting something on YouTube. So if you really find something that you really love or really are passionate about, check it out. Obsess over it for a little bit, and that's usually.
You gotta obsess over it.
Yeah.
If you don't obsess over it, you ain't gonna do nothing. Well, you might as well leave that shit alone.
This is very true. You find you do well with things that you obsess over, and then so it's really all a matter. We all have something that we obsess over. It's really a matter of being able to make it something that could potentially be an investment, so something that could possibly bring you money back. So we have our times, like I play games, and I obsess over certain things. Guitar Hero. And while I was good at Guitar Hero, I was never going to make money from Guitar Hero.
You could have.
Nah, boy. Guitar Hero Phenom shut me down. I seen all them perfects on every song he's ever played, but I digress. I still whoop anybody telling 3.
All right.
Anybody. Now, so those are the kind of the producers, the people. Now, I know, just because I know you since 17 years, so I know the kind of things that influenced us as we were coming up. So what are some of the things, or what is maybe an influence that you have over your music that might not be the norm or what people might be surprised about?
Shoot, to be honest, man, for the majority of all my music and where it really came from, the inspiration was, it was from this girl. The love of my life. Yeah. The
muse, the faithful muse. It's always the muse.
A lot of it came from, just like the feelings and stuff I got from her, to be honest.
Okay.
Like, that shit fire. Get you one. Get you one. See that? She hit me right now. No, I'm just playing. She ain't hitting me right now.
First of all, what we gonna do, let's go ahead and put that on vibrate, player. In your pocket. Don't judge us. You know what I'm saying? This is a very comfortable setting, so we're at home here. Now, you're trying to dance around the point.
Nah.
Now I put you on anime when I met you, and I know anime.
Yeah, it was that, but I mean when it gets down to where the anime kind of comes in, it runs hand in hand with like the music, because it's like, an anime, you not gonna skip an anime that doesn't have some kind of love story. I mean, it's just some of the shit is sappy, but then again, it's a good story. Like the first anime that you put me on, what was it? Robotech. And the whole thing we was talking about is, Robotech was like the whole, it was basically similar to the Romeo and Juliet story. And, is all the animes are basically like that. There's some kind of dude that's chasing some girl that has to prove himself. So, I mean, yeah, it anime, and when I get a lot of my music, I watch a lot of anime, man. Like a lot.
Yeah, it's a problem. We got a problem.
I watch a lot of
anime. It's a problem.
Like, that's all I do is watch anime. So, it's like with the anime, you get drawn in with it, and it's the music with me. So it's like I get a lot of samples and shit from there.
Well, so that's very true in terms of with the music within anime. At this point in the game, there's certain animes that after you watch the intro or outro the first couple times, unless it's changed, I usually just skip by that. Mm-hmm. But I remember there was one,
some people cuss you out for doing that too.
I know, they're crazy. How could you? Man, leave me alone.
Does the intro and outro do change halfway through?
And I'm saying, once it changes, you rewatch the new one, because ultimately they kind of give you some foreshadowing, they give you little clues. But what I was telling you, the Chronos Ruler, and I feel like the outro changed a little bit, but there's like just one, like their song on the outro, the way out, they had this one little run on the guitar, and I thought about you. I was like, yo, this jug is dope. Yeah. You should make something like that, but I can never find it. But music definitely appeals to all of your emotions. Yeah. So now when you make music,
it's the second language actually of the world.
I mean, I agree.
Like that majority.
Music can definitely be interpreted in very many ways, whether it be through dance, whether it be through, so it's oral, so like if you're singing or rapping or whatever have you, dance. If you're just a visual artist, a lot of people, chop stuff up to music. Music is just a vehicle for expressing yourself and communicating in different ways possible.
Yeah.
Now, have you used any kind of anime beats or samples in any of your music?
Yeah. I think the last one I used was off of Hunter x Hunter, when Gon was about to before Gon beat the hell out of P2.
Oh yeah, he gave her the
like when he turned up and everything, like that whole dramatic scene and everything before he like just goes like crazy. Yeah. I got some samples out of that. So I think that was the last one I pretty much. No. The last one I used was that Yu Yu Hakusho, man. There's a lot of good little love feeling type songs. Yu
Yu Hakusho is a it's a classic. It's really dope.
It's a classic. It is a classic. But I mean, it's the music, man. The music, man, it takes me back to that first time when I met, my muse. But yeah.
Okay, speaking of music, we're gonna stay on anime for just a little bit. Speaking of music,
Yeah.
now give me your top. I'm gonna give you mine. Let me hear your top 3 animes as far as that you love their music and their soundscape, whether it just be the music or even just their scoring.
Okay, the music and the scoring. Let me see. That's a good one. Let me see.
Did you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first, cause I
right.
don't want it to be the same. I gotta pick off. There's a lot of good ones out there, but I got.
There are, and I feel like no matter what I choose, he gonna be bad, and I would have been bad. So I'm happy I'm going first.
Go ahead.
So I choose Big O.
Oh, well, that was a good one. They had some good stuff.
Yeah, they had some good stuff. Of course, and I have to lump these all together. If these are like Samurai Champloo and Cowboy Bebop, like those are.
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop would probably match on that one. I
You
mean,
like
Cowboy
Champloo that much?
No, but nothing that really outdoes what Yoko Ono did on Cowboy Bebop, man. No,
I mean,
you gotta.
okay.
She kind of she broke
What the
barriers.
Punjabis though?
I guess.
Okay, what about Afro Samurai?
Afro Samurai. Now Afro's, well, I mean, yeah, big ups to RZA with that, but I mean, that's a whole RZA soundscape. I mean, I love the Wu-Tang, so it's like it wasn't nothing really new besides, it wasn't nothing new besides just the fact that it looked like him with a big afro. And swing the sword around.
So which ones that stood out to you that was kind of, I guess, unique as well?
Let me see. I'm gonna have to say. Dang.
It could be new or old.
New or old. Really, I might have to just stick with Cowboy Bebop because
Like that's just your pinnacle.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was always like coming up and everything. That was always my go-to.
Okay.
To be honest, because the discography was so like vast. Like it was,
Yeah.
I mean,
I have
15, 20 something CDs or something.
Yeah, I have like 10 of them on my phone.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? So it was like, that was always a go-to. And then as far as like a creative aspect to like hearing like the melodies and stuff, as far as like sitting behind the keys and being able to like come up with things, there was a lot of influence in there.
Okay. I got you. I feel you.
There was a lot. She did good. She did really good. It was interesting too. It was a lot of the tracks were very interesting. It was different.
All right. So now, in terms of your music, so we kind of see where you get some of your inspiration and how it influences you. Ultimately, we said, of course, love, the muse. That's the biggest driving factor, and then you just have.
That's where Reptar came about. You feel me?
I thought that was from Rugrats.
No, I'm talking about me. Not the guy that's the Green Dinosaur.
Not the Green Dinosaur. Okay, I got you. I got you.
Same thing.
Now
I am kind of called that. I need to Nickelodeon. Let me get them copyrights right quick.
Let me see. Yeah, I mean it's infamous, so technically it's not the same.
It's not the same way. I could just go ahead and get that. just make my life a little bit more easier.
Now, what exactly? So I've told you several times that I feel like your music can be used for a vast majority of things. Ultimately, what is it that you would like to see done with your music, or what do you want to do with your music ultimately?
Well, the fact that I'm currently like in school right now to get my degree in engineering and everything, I would like to do soundscapes for movies and really like anime. To be honest, I would like to do an anime, like to come up with the whole everything, like the drawings and.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, like it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. So
like I would like to actually really like soundscape that. I think that'd be actually pretty cool. Yeah, I got some ideas, man.
So that's gonna be talked off air. So because you're not getting these ideas.
No.
I don't even text people my ideas anymore. But you can't do it. The next thing you know, they got a movie like, dang, that feel like it did this.
You've been there, man. Like, well, I need to holler at you, bro.
Alrighty. Would you say, before we kind of get into the usual wrap up, the tying into the nerds, I also want to do a little bit more deep dive into you. As far as music, have you found that it's an escape for you? Would you say that outside of your love and everything, are there other things in terms of life that have maybe influenced what sounds you make at a certain time? I
like to say, I guess it's I really don't like sitting down talking about myself, but I mean, if you was to sit there and listen to like my tracks from, you know, when I started making it to like now, you can really see the growth.
It's true.
Of my personality and everything, and I mean, I guess really I would just say press play and go through that, and you probably see where you're gonna see when I was having bad days and when I was having good days. So
you're not lying, so you should check it out.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, what's your link on Bandcamp?
Tags. Oh, Infamous Reptar _, or you can just go on Google and just put in Infamous Reptar and like Bandcamp, SoundCloud, Facebook.
Yeah, I'll make sure, of course, to throw his links up, and that's always in my description for all my other videos anyway, because like I said, this is my music man right here.
Don't you do like link in the description right here?
The description box is down there, but the description box is down there, but what if I wanted to put one in the car? You know how the little car come up? I don't know, no one ever knows what side it comes on. I think it's over there.
Yeah.
But
just subscribe, man.
Just subscribe. Like we gonna have a lot more content coming your way.
Dropping Tone Deaf on Monday. I don't even think this thing's gonna be out before Monday. I don't know, but just go to my Bandcamp and I put all my projects on Bandcamp. Yeah.
And Tone Deaf is gonna be nice. You got one more in the tuck, don't you?
Yeah.
So is she still in the tuck?
It's a reminisce of the music I was talking about earlier. So yeah, it's gonna be cool. But I'm gonna really show you guys what I learned from Madlib. Even though he ain't taught me nothing yet, but it's coming soon. I'm gonna come holler at you too, Madlib.
At some point, y'all gonna revere this man. That's probably one of the greats. I ain't gonna lie to you. There's no flex because I know him. So the next thing we want to get into, of course, we gotta flip. You all right? You was about to throw us?
I didn't throw that.
So
we right here.
So the next thing we want to get into, before we close, we of course have to make sure that we touch on the foundation and the purpose of these Nerds Nature interviews, right? So ultimately, like I said, I've known this man for 17 years. We went to the same schools, so he knows what I'm talking about. Back when we were in 8th grade, how were we viewed for watching anime?
Oh, he was lame. He was lame. I was lame too, but he was lame. Like the girls still hollered at me. I still got, clapped and everything. Like, they was hollering at me. I don't know. It's okay. It's really okay. We play video games.
See, look. See, now I gotta go back and tell some stories.
Go and tell some stories.
Tell some stories. Now this man decided he didn't want to be my friend no more with somebody.
Man, it's all right because we was sitting there on the phone. We had about 3-4 girls on the same line. We was doing there was a lot of them. There was a lot of us on the phone. We be sitting over there watching anime, playing video games.
Had nothing better to do in the world.
Used to hit me in the hand.
You don't have to tell them about all that. You don't have to tell about all that. So anyway, ultimately, back when we were in middle school, high school, it wasn't the coolest thing. So like, if someone were to call you a nerd, it wasn't like, they didn't view nerd as like, oh, they getting money, or you just, you know what I'm saying? Like it was hard to feel comfortable per se.
Yeah.
If you weren't built up, if your foundation wasn't strong enough to say, hey, just like what you like.
Yeah.
And you would agree with that, right?
Yeah, they'll try to fight you. Try to say, yeah, you lame, this, that, and the third, and you kind of got put in your corner.
And so there's a couple of things I want to mention just off of this. So as you mentioned, like when I spoke with Delvin in the previous video, and as I'm speaking to now, in high school situations and middle school situations, you have a lot of younger, underdeveloped minds, so they don't know how to really get through their feelings and expressions. So you like something different, someone doesn't know really how to take that, and they might try you, as he said.
Mm-hmm.
One, being a nerd in no way, shape, or form, it means that you don't have to or don't know how to defend yourself. All right? That's number one. So as I said, if you can be a nerd in anything that you love, let's think about the nerds of their craft. So the people like the Bruce Lees, the people like, who used to be my man? Who was the old UFC boss, Tito Ortiz? We gonna go with him. Or we can go with Rampage Jackson. Even though his last show wasn't the greatest, I did play Rampage Jackson on Twitch one time. I whooped that ass. I ain't gonna lie. I did that now.
You did?
I did that on Tekken Tag too.
Oh man.
Yes, sir.
See, I gotta brush up on my little Tekken Tag.
You don't want them Tekken problems.
You know, I need to go. What?
You don't want them Tekken problems.
All right, man. Me and Law see you.
Come with it. Come on, I'm ready. I am ready.
And don't get mad, cause you know you start hitting people with controllers in the hand.
I don't do that anymore. We're not little no more, okay?
Sore loser.
I'm not little no more.
Sore loser.
Now, being that you're grown now, do you see a difference even in yourself how you perceive being a nerd?
Mm-hmm.
Like, as what you would have viewed it back then, like, okay, even maybe back then we were still fine with liking what we like, but as far as being comics or even just perceiving, like back in the day, we wouldn't have called it nerds just because we like this, we like that.
Yeah,
like,
this is what we did.
Like, nerd to us at that time was having pocket protectors, you know what I'm saying? The glasses with the tape job and all that.
Had the book bag with all your books in it.
Oh, I used to have them. Oh yeah, man,
because everybody used to be
heavy.
If you carried books back in the, during, you know, you wasn't cool.
You are right about that. If you had more than a binder walking to and from class,
yeah, you
would do it. That's crazy. I forgot about
Some
that.
kids stashed their books in the class. They would be like, I didn't, you know, like go to your locker. Yeah, I kept my books with me and everything. It was, oh, you lame.
That's crazy. Ultimately, that's silly. So don't fall into that.
Silly.
Please let that go. We're trying to let that go.
We went
That's
through
silly.
some crazy
Take your stuff.
pressure growing up. Like if you think about it now, it's kind of ridiculous. But I don't know. I guess we was doing it right. They were just mad.
Pretty much. And so if you could either talk to yourself back in the day, or if you, in terms of to the younger audience, what would you say to them now? Like the ones that might be going through, trying to find themselves and their nerddom, their passions and everything. What would you say to them now? Looking from how you've grown.
Hey man, just keep doing what you do, man. Really, to be honest. Basically, you stick to your books and your Poindexter ways. You'll probably be the doctor driving the big car, having the airplanes or whatever, and the people that are picking on you will have like a whole bunch of babies and baby mamas and bros on the street. So keep doing what you do. I mean, it's you know. I mean, or you could take up a little kung fu, make sure your kung fu strong, you beat them down, and then still stick to your Poindexter ways, and then you say you beat them up. So I mean, just do what you do, you know, stay true to you. That's all you got at the end.
Violence is not the answer. Defending yourself is.
Make sure your kung fu is strong.
But you know, or it could be jujitsu because you know I'm a gold medalist.
Look at you the one got beat up, had to go.
I never got beat up. No, so you're not gonna spread these lies on YouTube. I never got beat up. I almost got into one fight and it never happened because it was the dumbest situation ever. We're not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk to you about it. I don't know if you remember, but it was the dumbest situation ever. We're not going to go back there.
Oh, man.
But ultimately,
it's okay, man. It's okay. He had to go learn karate. My kung fu's already strong. Get your kung fu up.
He was watching Kung Fu Hustle.
Oh, man. I wasn't watching kung fu. Man.
That was the one. The other one with the, This is the one with the dude.
Anyway, Quincy Greatest Disciple, man. Gotta watch
Kenisha, History Strongest Disciple, Kenisha. But did you read the manga? Have you finished it? No.
Man, keep your manga, man. How you keep your manga?
See, this is what happens. See, it's these conversations that people be like, "Oh, you weird."
They teach you all your techniques and everything. They teach you all the techniques. So watch that one. I'm telling you, you gotta practice it every day. You be all.
They be some slick. These mangas be some slick.
They are instruction.
Martial arts instruction.
Yeah. See, I bet you didn't even know that.
I'm about to tap into Super Saiyan like Jalen or something.
I don't know about that, but still, you know, you gotta watch the real baseballs and everything. Look, they're cheap, right? All right.
But anyway, that's about it. That's all we want to talk about. Did you have anything else you want to get off your chest, or anything you want to say to the people? Maybe not even necessarily just from Nerd, but just what can we expect from Reptar in the future here? What we got going?
Oh man, I'm gonna be on TV, soundscaping and stuff. I'm gonna be out there, radio. I'm coming for you guys.
You hear that?
Look out for me.
You hear that? Well, again, it's your boy Dream Manifested again, joined by my partner, Infamous Reptar. Hey, and we out.